This is going to be a video which is great for either my 6th grade pre-APs or my 7th grade pre-AP students. Two of the TEKs in each of those grade level curriculum, 7th and 8th grade, do require us to review and extend our knowledge, either teach it firsthand or review and reinforce our knowledge of solving equations with models. Basically, I'm going to show you what that looks like for those of you parents who are watching who may not understand that, or those of you kids who are watching and just don't quite understand that concept. I know that solving it with the algorithm is the preferred method sometimes, but the state of Texas does require that we have a knowledge of how to work with the algebra tiles. Specifically, our algebra tiles are going to be what we use to model. So solving equations. So let's go ahead and get started. First things first, I'm going to show you a key. Again, for those of you who are either new to it or parents who have no idea of what the algebra tiles look like, I'm going to show you a key of what that would be. Okay, so I am going to show you, and again, you can pause this if you need to and write it down, but this green rectangle is going to represent X in our case. The red rectangle is going to represent our negative X value, and the red square here is going to represent a -1. Okay, multiples of those would add up to be -1, -2, like that. And then we have our yellow here is going to be a +1, again added together, +1, +2, +3. But I'll make more sense of that in just a moment. Okay, so while I am clearing my board and getting myself ready to model for you, I'm just going to show you this little background. It'll only take me a few seconds to do that. Okay, now we can go back. I'm going to use this white sheet of paper, okay? The white sheet of paper is going to represent one side of the equal sign. This line is going to represent an equal sign, okay? And this is going to represent what's on the right side of the equal sign. So left of the equal sign, right of the equal sign, the actual equal sign. So let's go ahead and model what x plus 9 is equal to 3 would look like, okay? So just here in the corner, I'll write x plus 9 is equal to 3, okay? So I know that based on that key, I know that x plus 9, and I'm going to get 9 of these for you guys. I'll try to make this as fast as possible. All right. So when you're in the lower grades, you're used to creating what's called a 10 frame. I am going to go ahead and model that since some of my 6 pre-APs, or all of my 6 pre-APs, are coming from elementary. So x plus 9 is equal to a +3. So when I model this, again, there's no need for a plus symbol. We just know x plus 3 is equal to +3, okay? Now when I do that, the kids are taught that they can create what are called zero pairs. A zero pair is where I would put a positive number here, like in the yellow, and a negative number, like when I'm modeling here, okay? Some of the models that you may see online may have a plus symbol. Some of them for the negatives will have the minus symbol because of course they can't construe color in black and white, so that's what they have to do. But we have a color-coded version and the kids are well aware of the colors, okay? So again, if you are a kid watching this, just pay attention. So what I'm doing in order to isolate my variable, when I want to isolate my variable, I want to get rid of this 9. So I have +9. I'm going to add a -9 to that. So when I add a positive and a negative, that becomes basically 0, okay? So you're creating 9 zero pairs on the left-hand side of the equal sign. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the exact same thing, because an equation basically is just about balancing both sides. I want to do the same thing to each side that I do to one side. So this side I'm going to do the same thing as I would do to this side, okay? So now I'm almost there, going a little slowly, just want to line them up, okay? So the reason that I've done this is will become apparent in just a moment, and I haven't created a 10 frame like I did over here. Excuse me. So when I add -9 to this side, everything is 0. So in essence, I can clear this all away, okay? So that becomes 0, just leaving my x value. I'm isolating it. And I create several 0 pairs over here. How many 0 pairs could I create where there is a -1 and a +1? I'm going to create 3 over here. So what does that leave me with? That leaves me with -6 on this side. So it says x is equal to -6. So if I were to, made a little boo-boo there. I'm going to move this back over. Okay. So moving my Post-it note. So if I were to just solve this, okay, I'm going to create a line there denoting I need to know what's on this side and what's on that side. Okay. So I'm going to straighten this up. Okay, so I'm going to do exactly what I did in my model where I subtracted 9 or added 9 negatives to both sides. Okay, so you see where I drew the line, how that mirrors that, leaving x by itself. 3 plus a -9. I can say that when I'm combining my integers. So if you have a problem with the wording of the way that I said that, go back to my combining integers video, okay, and look at that again. But again, I'm combining +3, adding -9 to that, or 3 and -9 becomes -6, which is what I have here, okay? So I just modeled and I solved using the standard algorithm, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and clear this out of the way. I want to clear this. My next problem is going to be x. I'm going to bring back my trusty old x -3. Okay, this is my key. Remember, these equal -1, -1, -2, -3. Negatives together become more negative, okay? And then I'm going to put -5 on this side. So -5 is over here. Okay, so how do I get rid of the -3 on this side? I need to create 0 pairs. I need to create something that's going to cancel each other out. So I'm going to add +3 to this side. Okay, what I did is I forgot to put the equation on this side for you. Okay, so x minus 3 equals -5. I'm going to draw my line, and then I'll solve in a bit. Okay, so I added +3 over here. So what do I do to one side? I have to do to the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and create +3 on this side as well. So I created 3 0 pairs, so I can go ahead and move this out of the way. X is isolated by itself. How many 0 pairs over here that I created? I created 3 over here as well. I'm going to move those out of the way. So I'm left with -2. X and -2. Let's go ahead and prove that with our algorithm. I'm going to add +3 to both sides, just like I did. So these create 0 pairs. X is going to be equal to, again, combining my integers, -5 plus a +3 becomes a -2. I modeled everything that I showed you in the algorithm. Okay, so everything that I did there, I did on paper as well. Okay, so moving on to our next problem. I'm going to clear the board. All right, so I am going to move on to where I am going to solve for 2x plus 3. 2x plus 3 is equal to 5. Okay. Now this is going to be primarily for my 6th grade pre-APs, but reinforcement for 7th grade pre-APs. So 2x plus 3 is going to be equal to 5. Okay. So how do I show that? 2x plus 3. I don't think I cleared my board all the way. Is equal to positive 5. Okay. Remember, our color code says that the yellow squares are positive 1, or would be positive 1. Okay. So the goal in any equation is for me to get my variable right here by itself. Okay. I don't want it to have a coefficient or anything. I want it to get it by myself. So what I need to do is I need to go ahead and create 0 pairs on this side of the equation. On this side of the equation, how do I do that? I'm going to add negative 3 over here. Whatever I do to the left, I must do to the right. Okay, so again, this is 0, positive 1, negative 1, okay, times 3, it's 0. I'm going to do the exact same thing over here. I created 3 0 pairs. That leaves me with 2x is equal to 2. Okay, but I want to know what 1x is equal to. So 1x, if I were to draw a big circle around that, 1x is equal to 1. Or 1x is also known as x. So x is equal to 1. Let's confirm that with our algorithm. I'm going to add 3 negatives to each side like I did earlier. That becomes 2x is equal to what? 5 minus 3, 2. I use the inverse operation on both sides. The inverse operation because I know that this is the notation for multiplication. I'm going to divide each side by 2. X is equal to 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1x is equal to 1. I modeled and I solved on paper. Okay. Now I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to do one more. I am going to solve for negative 4x plus 2 is equal to 10. I'm going to put that right here. I need to clear my board. Okay, so negative 4x, negative, 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 negative 4x plus a positive 2 is going to be equal to positive 10. 10 frame again. Probably not straight, I apologize. All right, so what do I do to get this? I want this variable by itself. I need to first work on getting rid of the positive 2. So what do? I'm going to add positive 2 to both sides, as I have been doing. Okay, I think I'll do it over here in the end. Okay, so it makes more sense when I remove it. Okay, so 0, it doesn't matter. 0 does not matter. I'm going to move these out of the way. So what's left? Negative 4x is equal to 8. Okay? So when I need to go ahead and solve for this, I want to go ahead and attach a certain number of my ones, or the numbers on this side of the equal sign, to each of my negative x values. So altogether, negative 4x, but let's go ahead and share. That's 1 for this one, 1 for that one, 1 for this one, 1 for this one. Okay, let me move this out of the way, and I'll bring this back when it's time to solve. Okay, so that's 1, 1, 1.